Hello friends, in last lecture we discussed about first angle system, third angle system and why we are not using second angle system. We discussed that. We are sharing link in the description. Today we are starting with projection of point. As you all know in your lower classes that we are having 4 quadrants. And in this program we can also elaborate that rather this 4 quadrant we are having 8 octants, means something is behind this wall also. Okay, but first of all we are considering only these 4 quadrants. In these quadrants these will be created with the help of HP, that is horizontal plane, VP, that is vertical plane. If we are sitting in the room, the floor will be considered as horizontal plane and the front wall, wherever you are facing your face, that will be vertical plane. When you are facing on any wall, that wall will provide you the front view. Suppose we are having any point A in the first quadrant and we are observing from this area. In first angle projection system, its image will be on this vertical plane. This is the front image, or you can say as front view. When we are plotting or viewing this point from the top, the image will be on horizontal plane. This is known as top view. The front view will be denoted by A dash, top view will be denoted by A. To plot this on the sheet, we will be having one system. We need to rotate horizontal plane clockwise with an angle 90 degree. I am again telling, we need to rotate horizontal plane clockwise, this side, clock is moving, the clock side 90 degree. Then this top view will be over here. We can measure the thing, and this is the front view. We can plot over here. This is A dash, this is A. Now in the final view here, it is X dash. This X dash is also known as XL. This is the abbreviation of construction line. And the line joining A dash and A, this line, it is abbreviated as PL, projection line. We need to provide the dimension. Dimension will be provided with the help of this extension line and this dimension line and we are using this arrow head. Here, if the distance from horizontal plane is 20 mm, then front view will be having this distance as 20 mm. If point A is having 30 mm distance from vertical plane, then this distance will be 30 mm. No need to add mm, as we will be writing all dimensions are in mm on the title block. In some other lecture we will be introducing how we can draw a title block. Okay. Now we are having dimension line, extension line, construction line, projection line, and this A dash and A as the actual view. In case of points are the actual view. Similarly, in the case of line, the line as an actual view, plane, solid, surfaces, it means the base is, or the important thing is, actual view. It need to be darkest. It need to be darkest. Okay. And dimension line, construction line is lighter than actual view. Dimension line is more lighter than construction line, and projection line is the lightest in complete drawing. For these lightness and darkness, we can use different pencils, H, 2H, HB, F. On the basis of softness, the darkness will increase. As if we are using less pressure or more pressure, we can only use this HB pencil to plot this whole view. Okay. Now the second quadrant. When we are plotting the view in second quadrant, we are taking distance from HP as 10 mm, and from VP we are taking 40 mm. Okay. In the likewise, we can define this with coordinate also. X coordinate as 40, Y coordinate as 10. We can also plot this. When we are observing from this the point B, its image will be over here on vertical plane as front view B dash, and from here view will be over here as P. We know we need to move this HP clockwise 90 degree. When it moves like this, the view will be here as B 40 and here as B dash 10 and total 40. Here we can write 30. Here we are also plotting extension line and arrows. These extension line will be having this 3 mm distance from point, and actual length of this extension line is 5 mm. Okay. As in the last lecture we also discussed, we are not using this second angle of system because due to rotation of HP clockwise 90 degree, the top view of the point will overlap on the vertical plane. It is very easy to plot these 2 points up and down. But if we are plotting any solid material, suppose we are plotting this box and its top view will overlap the front view. In that case, the drawing will be cumbersome or it is overlapping somewhere, and it will be difficult to detect which view is representing second view or first view or front view and top view. Okay. Now, if we are plotting for the third quadrant over here, I am taking it as an C. Keep in mind, whenever we are viewing from this area, here we will be getting front view, here we will be getting top view. Now clockwise 90 degree to the HP, it move upward and C will be upward and C dash will be downward. In some of the questions it is mentioned you need to keep the projectors at 30 mm distance. Then we will be plotting two different points at distance of 30 mm, like I am doing the thing. Here the distance is 30 mm. Now if it is 10 each, then we are plotting it is C and it is C dash. Keep in mind, when we are applying on the projection, then alphabet will be smaller. And if point is given A, then projection will be small a dash and A. If point is B, then B dash and B in the lower case. Here C dash and C in the lower case. This distance need to be defined over here. After that, if we are talking about fourth quadrant, I am taking an example of 20 mm, 20 mm. From here, the front view, small d dash, top view, d, it will be over there. HP clockwise 90 degree, both will be on the downside. Keeping in mind, projection will be, or the projectors will be having 30 mm distance. If it is 30 mm distance, now we can plot d dash and d on the lower side as HP is moving clockwise downward, d dash is already downward, and now d is clockwise 90 degree downward. It means both are having the same distance. That's why d and d dash we will be plotting. Okay. If in the question it is mentioned you need to use the same reference line or the common reference line, then we will be plotting these all points. Likewise, A can be plotted over here also. Okay, and we can plot A over here. Now take in mind this A dash A in the first quadrant, B dash B both side upward in the second quadrant, C dash and C is in the third quadrant, D and D dash in the fourth quadrant. First and third are 180 reversed, 180 degree reversed. Likewise, I am just showing this pencil. Now this view is 180 degree reversed. Similarly, second and fourth quadrant. If we are not able to use second angle of system, then definitely we will not be able to use fourth angle of system. Okay. Now one thing is left over here, the arrowhead. I'm just making a larger one. You need not to make this much larger. It will depend upon the dimension. But the arrowhead is having a ratio. This is width. If we are taking it as 1 unit, then height is of 3 unit. Means height to width ratio is 3:1. We need not to make arrow like this. Okay, technically we need to make arrowhead like this only. In this lecture, we basically discussed what is projection of point, and all the 4 quadrants we discussed. Arrowhead we discussed the extension line, dimension line, construction line, projection line. All things we discussed. If you want to discuss any query, we are sharing WhatsApp number in the description. You can raise the queries. Please share, subscribe and like the video. Thanks for watching. Good day.